All right, let's get started. This is Elliott Wave Sage. Like always, none of this is financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this for your education and entertainment purposes. So I'll start out real quick with kind of a recap. So we got a pretty good reversal today. So now we have a decision the market's going to need to make. I'll just look at the SPY. We could pick really any index. So, like I said, this is kind of the more conventional count to put the 4 here and a 3-way move. Now, the question is, could it do this bigger double correction in 4 and take a swing all the way back down now to 509, which since we have a pivot. So if that's the case, this is a 3-wave move up that finished. We don't have a 4 and a 5 yet. So the bulls are praying for this 4 and 5 tomorrow to play out like this, because once you get this 4 and 5, then it's pretty much confirmed the 4 is in, and then on this pullback off of 5 is a buyable dip. So this is a buyable dip right here when this if this plays out just like that. Now the bears, on the other hand, don't want to see that. The bears want to see this 3-wave move, which ended, to actually accelerate tomorrow and go lower with acceleration. And we leave this behind. So one of the first signs to look at is the trend line break-in. So the first sign that I would be looking for is if this trend line breaks, then you may actually see a more corrective structure. There's no rule, it's just the first warning sign if you're super bullish. And as you can see, the trend line coincides with the buy area at 554. So wave 4 could end. Wave 5 could start at 554 right on this trend line and just boom, move up to 565, maybe even break all-time highs. So there's also this possible count, if we do make a 5th wave and make all-time highs, that the 5th wave is finished. And we just come up, just peak above it, we make a new high, right? Technically complete the structure. This 5 is in. Now this 5's in. You know, maybe it goes a little higher. And then a mega meltdown or crash. So I don't know what we're going to get. We can look at the market as we stay on the call to see what clues exist, to see if there's been any indication somewhere in the market that shows it's tipped our hands which one we're going to get. Are we going to get the bounce tomorrow and rally, or are we going to get acceleration and a collapse tomorrow? That I don't know. So, but anyway, so I won't label it. The Qs are in the same situation, maybe a little more downside. And then again, a decision. Is it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Or is this corrective and we're actually going to 405? IWM, again, this is a 4. This could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or it's finished and we're going to have acceleration lower. Dow Jones, here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the Dow Jones is really interesting on this pattern. If I look at it, it's a little different than the other two, right? I could probably do that. So the Dow Jones may actually still have one more swing higher, even in a corrective structure. So the Dow Jones may need something more like this before it peaks in 5. It just, I could force it like this and force it and put the 3 in. Right, that, and then it's okay. But I'm not 100% sure just looking at it. But these are clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, then Bitcoin is trying to break out here. Perhaps Trump and Kennedy will help that tomorrow. But this pattern almost looks too good to be true. So perhaps we get a dump and then it comes out. But I actually, you know, if you're going to trade it, just understand it's counter trend, the pump. the market wants it lower. So if you are taking it, you better have a tight stop loss if you're trying to play this long counter trend bounce. Oil finished 5 waves. It's bouncing in this 2. Maybe it could get to 75, 76. Again, when this 3 of 3 happens, whenever it does, that's probably a big market meltdown. The silver made it into a 3. Now it's in a 4. And so silver is another one that needs to decide, are we going to push up here in 5 to negate this bearish count and then pull back for a viable dip? Or is it the more devastating catastrophic count of an ABC? Here's our trend line. That's our first clue. Breaking 28 would be our first clue. There may not be a wave 4. Silver could be bearish, very bearish. Just saying. So we'll have to wait and see what this plays out. Gold hit our sell area, and it took a major dump today. Surprising traders, but not people that follow me, because we had the short here. And I expect it to continue lower and finish this impulse, you know, and then have another big bounce that should fail. But we'll see how it goes. Dollar index should be pushing down in 5. Japanese yen is kind of in this choppy area, not trending at the moment. 20-year spiked up, so it looks like we're going to have like a 1-2, 1-2 setup here in yields. The VIX was a clue today to stay short the market because the VIX was interesting today, and I posted that. Good trade set up today. So here you have a 1, 2, and then you have this 1. So as soon as we broke this high today, and again, look, it almost hit our buy area. We missed it by a few tenths of a point there, and then it went up. So we just broke this high. So once we did that, we opened up more upside in the VIX to 1920. So this was a buyable dip. And so we bought, you know, you could buy that, and now it's trying to grind higher. I do believe this will trade in this shaded area, so that actually supports more downside in the market, and perhaps we break through 550. So the only situation or the possibility in the market is you get something like this, and then it does something like that later. But if it gets too deep, it won't be a 4 anymore, and then the market has topped and a bearish connector wave has ended. The VIX is telling you, looking at this incomplete setup, that perhaps the market will go lower. And also I could label the VIX this way. And then we pull back, and so there could be a new area to buy the VIX again here. This potential setup there. We'll have to wait and see if that plays out tomorrow, and then it could pump again. The VIX bigger picture is outside of our mega wedge, our big wedge that let us know 60 was coming. We go check my videos, check my Twitter post. I said when the wedge breaks, we'll hit VIX of 60, 50. We did that. Now what happens? Now we're outside the wedge again. So there is the bears. Once we're back outside, the bears are back in control of the market, and the volatility could return. And of course, there's no guarantee, like for a bull, that the volatility will, like this volatility could actually come and make a whole new high, swing up. It can do that. Obviously, that would shock market participants beyond belief, but it's possible. We are in a new uptrend in the VIX. This cycle is over. Okay, so we're in a new uptrend. The VIX is in a new uptrend. Let me say that again. So just understand that. Now, when we hit this area, it could start a new downtrend. It could get rejected here on this trend line back test, and then it could form a whole new low. Then it could go into a new downtrend. But right now, it's in an uptrend in 4-hour cycle, possibly daily cycle, because it's so oversold. So I went through the big market, picture right there. So I don't know exactly, where to go. Obviously, I would lean bearish right now. I definitely would lean bearish given oil, given bonds, given AMD needs lower, given a lot of stocks where they are, where they're trading. So I would just say that just keep in mind there's going to be more, I think, likelihood of downside coming. But how this plays out is anyone's guess. Is the market going to want to finish this cycle here in the next couple days and then have a massive crash? Or is it just going to do a deeper 4 here? I guess we will find out. But unfortunately, we can't predict the future, so we just don't know. So that's it. I'll go into your guys' questions and see what you got. All right, Edward, we can go into PayPal. Again, I mentioned PayPal was a short area yesterday. That was the setup yesterday. It may not have been a good setup today, but the time to short that would have been yesterday. But let's see where it is trading here. Let's take a look. All right, it's still in the short area. It's struggling. It's trying to top out. I believe we'll have a big candle coming down. I mean, if I look at this on the 30-minute chart, I mean, to me, it's almost like a no-brainer short. Like, I don't even need, like, that's like a head and shoulders top. I mean, almost textbook kind of looking, So as soon as this neckline breaks, you're going to have your reversal confirmation. So obviously, it's a short as long as you're below 73.27. It's a short below that. This could be the 1-2 right here. This could be the 1-2. Now, 2 could go higher. We don't know. Like, it could come back up to this area here. But that's what I'll be looking for. Then you get this breakdown. You drop to 68. And then who knows how it plays out after that. But then you definitely have a reversal. But if you see, I do like it. I do like this as a reversal. All right. Khaled, Sava is looking, let's see here. Like I said, guys, I would be careful being too permeable right now, even though I know everyone wants to buy the dip and buy, and that was the right decision with that big connector. But it's still like the VIX is sending a massive warning sign to dip buyers. Okay, so again, looking for this move down. So this is like a 1-2, 1-2. Again, looking for a big move down coming, maybe tomorrow. And because it's like this structure, it may blow through this area. So we just don't know. I wouldn't. You're gonna have to let it play out, but there's really no change. All right, this FFIE. So. So this one held the low and then it reversed here. It formed a new connector off of 3-wave move down. So it looks like that's an A. Interesting. Yeah, it's moving in 3 waves. So this cycle is finished. So yeah, it's in a new pump cycle. It's in a new pump. It's in a pump cycle. I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to pump. That probably is going to continue higher. So I think you just got to label it from an impulse and then just kind of hold on tight. And I don't know how high it's going to go. So that looks like a 1-2. It looks like it's going to explode higher tomorrow. It looks like a 1-2, 1-2 on close. That's what it looks like to me, with a big gapping run tomorrow. Now, yeah, because this little move reset the whole cycle, and then you took the high out here. So the only chance is if this pulls back here, but it's buyable. And so there is a possibility of a small pullback. If it wants to pull back to 596, $5, it's buyable for probably a mega pump, a mega pump. Or if you're brave enough and you want to, you just should market buy it here and let it roll. That's what it looks like to me. So good luck with that. Looks like a pump. Yeah, up 123% in one day. So yeah, I think you're gonna get more of that coming, more of that coming, and then you'll have to decide when to sell it. Okay, MLGO. Let's look at that. MLGO. All right, so we got this A finished. Looks like B is finished, and now we're in C. So we'll be looking for more upside here as we finish out. So we need an impulse out of this. I'm not going to label this, but it looks like this should move higher again. So we're looking for more upside. All right, good luck on that. Next, super chat. Michael, appreciate the big super chat, man. Yeah, cool. I'm glad you found me. Just get the word out. Let's get the word out. Linked USD. Yeah, so I have Link Coin already charted. I think it's Coinbase too. So yeah, so Coinbase Link. So here's my chart on Coinbase Link. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 off of this low. This was a buy area, and then it pulled back in 3. It hit the buy area exactly again. It had a nice bounce and another swing higher. But the problem I have with it right now it's about to negate this. Again, look at this: 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So each leg has 3 swings, even here and here and here. Each leg. This leg does not. It seems likely for one more push down coming. Now, if we go any higher, it's going to reset the whole cycle, and then you have to call it complete. Okay, so it's in a very tough area right now. It could reverse at any moment. Let me see where it could reverse. It could reverse even at 1272, but I think that would be too strong of a bounce. See, so my guess is it's got to reverse like right. It can't really go any higher, or the bearish drop here is going to be negated, and then it's going to moon in wave 3 of 3. It'll be a massive short squeeze. People will be caught offside on it that had tried to short it as we push much higher. So I think for right now, the market hasn't made up its mind yet. It could easily dump. I'm just saying down one more swing easily. But I would say that if it could push up a little bit, then you have to call the whole cycle complete here and here and here. And this is a 1-2, and you're in your 3 of 3 launch. All right, next is let's go to your XMR. Let's see here. XMR, USD, Kraken. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. So right away, it looks like a massive flat pattern, a big flat correction that is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So right here. And then this is in 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2. So we're in a 2 wave of this flat. Still maybe. So I don't know where this 2 is going to end up. It looks like it wants to swing higher in 2. So I would say this 2 actually, and there's no rule, it could go all the way back up. So it looks like to me, we're still in 2. It looks like 3, 3, and yeah, it's about to have a good move higher soon. But how high is anyone's guess? So just use your imagination and dream. Moon, be a moon boy, because it could just keep pushing higher as this plays out. But at some point it's going to end and have a massive rug pull. I don't know what will cause it. Maybe get banned or something, or who knows, or hacked, or who knows. But the structure is no good to me for like long-term investment, but for trading it's very good because it could go up here. All right, Dero, that's a new one for me. Dero USD Coin X. All right, as long as we're above this low, this is good. 3, there's your connector, and then you're still in that correction, and it's trying to end. I mean, the monthly cycle looks okay. I would like that weekly to take this out, but it may not be able to do that. So your buy area is 77.7, so you're almost there. So this is the buy area right here in this box. And if that weekly cycle can erase divergence, even better. And that should set you up for a big pump. It should set you up for a big pump when that box is reached. Okay, good luck with that. But still in the correction. It still doesn't look finished to me. It still looks incomplete. It looks incomplete, but you'll have to decide if you want to stick your neck out and buy it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B. Yeah, so this is an A, B, 1, 2, 3. So that's probably your 4, 5 there. There's your B. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, A, B. And then you have to finish this impulse down. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, so it's got more downside. More downside, but not but it's got to extend lower. All right, let's see, Zcoin. Zcoin is on Bitfinex. That's the one I don't have, but that's all right. That's another one I'm watching. Keeping an eye on that. Bitfinex. So it's technically held the low, but I'm just gonna kind of look at the pattern overall here, and just kind of see what it looks like to me. Someone really bearish could say, "Oh, it's a big descending triangle, right?" But you broke out of it, and you didn't break down. You broke, so you negated that. So what could it be? What could this be here? Not going to help you with the RSI. 3, and 3. So I have to say that's the low. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, it's a corrective bounce off this low. All right, it's corrective off this low. And then this looks like 3 off that low. And it hit the buy area exactly, and it's bouncing. See that? Right in there. And it's found accumulation. So my guess is it's going to take another swing higher, and a lot of people are going to be fooled. I wonder if the privacy coins are going to be popular for what's about to happen in the world. Maybe it's a privacy coin bull market about to hit. So just keep that, because I am looking at the Grayscale Zcash Trust, and that actually looked almost buyable when all the other ones don't. And I was wondering why. And now looking at this, if this plays out, now I can understand why. Yeah, there's a chance that it could have reversed, and it could be a very low risk, high reward entry. We may look back on this live stream as, you know, one of the ones that people regret, like, you know, not watching, because this could be a major low for this coin right here with a high reward setup. So this could be a 1 2 1 2. I could also put 3 here and 4 here and 5. So just depends. But I think as long as you're above this level, it's going higher. It's in a new bull cycle. Okay, algo. Let's look at algo. And I bet most people on this live stream aren't in privacy coins anymore, right? So I could see why those will pump, because nobody's in them. Nobody's watching that. It's not on anyone's radar. Okay, so there we go. So again, algo, this was our chart in algo, and we're looking for this pump, and it looks like we're about to turn higher. That weekly cycle actually looks like it's about to break higher. It already broke. So yeah, so I'll be looking for more upside here for now in Algorand. And it looks like to me a 5 here with a 2, and you're about to, again, almost like the same chart here. Either it's a 3, 4, 5, or it's another 1, 2. Or it's actually this even, 1, 2, it's even that. So however you want to label it, but again, it's bullish off of this low. It should continue to push higher. Dips are supported. It's a buy the dip situation. All right, ADA, Binance. Let me see if the ADA I have is Binance. I don't have Binance. Okay. ADA, Binance. All right, so ADA, again, had this massive pump in 5 waves. And now I had to correct that move. So we had a low here. And it had another nice 5-wave move off of that. And now we're correcting this, this move here. Now you have a little bearish, bullish divergence here. That's not good for a bottom typically. So what we want to see is something a little different. So let's take a look at what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this could have been the bottom, but once you broke that, it sets you up for more downside later in the future. So what I think you're going to get is something like this, like this, like this, like that. Something like that is coming. And then this will be this, this, and that. So that's what I think you're going to get. Some sideways choppiness. And then at some point it'll come out. I think this low will hold at 22 cents as this plays out more. I would be surprised if that's the low. It would be a shock to me. But I do think it's bullish because if it breaks down here, then you're going to break 22. And if you break 22, then it's like game over because now this is an ABC connector for this whole cycle. And if it's an ABC connector for the whole cycle, then it's going back down to 7-8 cents. So this has to play out or the bullish case is pretty much toast if this doesn't play out. If it just starts to drop, then you're looking at that 7 or 8 cent situation. Long-term macro bottom. Well, this is a long-term bottom right here. If it breaks, then 7 cents is your 8 cents is your long-term. Then it changes it. Okay, so that's so that's how you look at that. All these may have had that's a long-term bottom. All these are long-term bottoms that have come off of these lows. Zcoin, that may be the long-term bottom back. Where was it? Back here. We just have to let this play out more. Darrow hasn't hit yet. There's your long-term bottom. XMR. This one is hard to project. I don't like trading it, although it is like a good pump. This is an ugly correction that shows the long-term bottom will be defined by how high 2 goes. If 2 goes pretty high, the long-term bottom is going to be relatively close to these lows here. If 2 is shallow, then the long-term bottom could be all the way back down in these areas. XMR looks the most long-term bearish of them all. Even though it's bullish in the shorter midterm cycles, the long-term XMR looks the most bearish to me. Okay? Thanks for the big super chat, man. All right, Brandon, ADA, I just gave the ADA update. Linked, I just gave the linked update. So you got 2 for 1 there. USDX, I'll go into that. That's a really tough one, the USDX, because it's in a sideways correction. In Elliott waves, sideways corrections can take many shapes. Is that like a crypto stable coin or something, or a US dollar index? Okay, I just have it the DXY. It's probably the same thing. So I've been going waffling back and forth on how to label this properly. I believe now this is the right way to label it, like I have it here. Like this, where it's a 1 2 1 2, and we come down to this area, and when we do, you need to hold on tight because we're going to have some major dollar strength. This will probably be a big market sell-off or crash, just like we saw here, with Bitcoin included. This is telling me, you know, you would think Bitcoin and silver and gold would pump, but you know, the dollar index has been pretty weak, but silver has been doing really bad. So there's something wrong here. Could we still be an X? Could we not? Like, there's something wrong, or could I even be wrong? Could that be done here? And this is a 1 2 1 2, and it's gonna moon like. So I would say I may get this wrong on the dollar index. I think this is the right count here right now, but it's a fluid situation. It's a fluid situation. So I think we have to just keep an open mind to where it could end up. Okay. W key. Yeah, W key was an old one. The last crypto cycle, I remember seeing that and playing around in that one. It never really took off like I want it here back. So again, back in this cycle, you have 3 waves up, and then you had a big drop. So we have to just say it's a big flat correction, okay, of some kind. Now we just need to count out 5 waves. And it probably looks like the 5 waves are done. Right, something like that. There's your 3, there's your 4, there's your 5, and now it's trying to decide, does it want to end the fifth wave or not? This could be the end right here. But we don't have confirmation, so we don't know. So if you want to, if you're biased bullish, you would put the 5 there. If not, you would extend it out. I don't know where it's going to go. It could easily be finished here. And if it is, then I'll show you the count here. Something like that. But that I don't like that count. Let's see. Yeah, see, it's corrective. See, it's a corrective count. 1, 2, 3, 3. So we have this corrective count. A, B, C, D, E. So we have this corrective count. So it could easily keep going down in 5. Okay? So it's in no man's land. If you could come back and take this out, then 5 is in, and it's going off to the races. Massive short squeeze. If it does it, it's in 2. 2 is already finished, and it's got 3, 4, 5 to play out. And then you'll have the shorts, the big pump. So I just don't know. We just don't know where it's going to go. We just don't have a good idea yet. Maybe we could look at the weekly cycle. You know, we don't really get a help from the weekly. We don't get help. It's just the way of the look of this wave. It's just not. There's no real good clues. So good luck with that. All right, Chris. Thanks, man. I appreciate the super chat. Yeah, GME. I do have a buy area set up for those again that are brave. I guess you got to be brave enough to take it because it's at a critical moment. So there could be a lot of downside risk, but you have to take the risk to get the reward. There's nothing easy in the market, but the setup is there at 21.63, 21.37, $21, low $21 right there. You know, I may or may not take it myself. Again, I don't share my trades no more, but it seems to me like it could be a trade opportunity for those that believe in wave 3 breakout. Now, if this doesn't work out, the 2 could still go deeper. You'll stop out. You could try to buy it back again down here against this low at 1873. But of course, if it breaks that low, it's game over for GameStop. So, but this is the more classical point. This is the tip. This is where it should turn into wave 3 if it's going to do it. If it goes deeper, I would be concerned. That's why I would still stop out. And then as it goes deeper, then maybe you can buy it again with a tighter stop here. But this is what I'm looking for. This is too dangerous to buy that. And that's too much optimism and hope. I think this is realistic. More realistic chance. XRP, how's that one doing these days? All right, so XRP is kind of chopping around. Again, looking for more upside, as you can see. How it plays out is going to be always tough to call. We could probably put that X in here. Let's look at the... Yeah, I think I'll put that X in here. And now we're in Y, so it should make another swing higher. Like that. That's what we're looking for. For W. So that's the idea. This is the idea. That's the idea. And look, look at this pattern here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. A massive inverse head and shoulders continuation pattern. It breaks out the distance of the head. That gets you up to 85 cents. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? But then you have this coming. Oh, shit. Yeah, so Uh, so anyway, so good luck with that. I think that's what I'd be looking for right now. This is more bearish if it takes another dip down, but if it does, I do have the buy area here. I wouldn't chase it here. This is just kind of speculation gambling if you're going to try to play this pattern. But if it does dump down to here, it's more buyable here. But obviously, it already tagged it once, so you may not get that other opportunity. All right, yeah, XRP is due. Yeah, I think it's due. Again, I think there's a lot of coins that people have given up on that are going to seem like they want to resurrect themselves here that people don't trade. Like, who trades Zcoin anymore? Is anyone looking at Zcoin? I don't think anyone owns Zcoin, but that's why it will pump because nobody's in it. No one owns it. They think it's dead, right? That's how these things go in crypto. It's like everyone gave up on it. So I think that's like what I'm seeing here, something like that. So good luck on that. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a lot of these altcoins want to move higher. I mean, these charts look good on the long term. The short term could be tricky, right? The short term's tricky. Like we saw Link. Link is tricky, right? Could it take another swing down? But even if it does that, it's still buyable into a wave three. We have 5 waves off that low at 7. So like a lot of crypto showing 5 waves up off the low like 6 to 8 months ago, or a year ago. So very interesting setup in crypto. How it's going to play out. Unfortunately, we just don't know the future, right? Are we just going to take that dip now and get this over with and put a major cycle low in for Bitcoin in a wave two here? Or are we going to pump and drop? Or are we going to make a marginal high, make a 5th wave, and then dump? So like it's too many. It's very difficult to predict crypto. It's like you just have to be patient and just react to opportunities as they present themselves and not chase the price action. All right. Let me go through your comments real quick and see what's going on. I don't get through everything, but um, let's look at how the vaccine stock's doing. We haven't looked at those in a while. What does the market say about monkeypox? Is that going to happen or not? Let's take a look at what these stocks have been up to. So we had this 5th wave pump. So probably that three's done. There's probably a 4 here, and probably getting this 5th wave coming. One more grand finale, and if you're lucky, you erase divergence, and then a big drop and bleed off is what I'm thinking on this GOVX. And if you followed me on Twitter, I gave the setup when it was here at 334. And literally in 24 hours, it was trading at $11. So we got in early on that. Okay, we got in early, and I showed the setup here. The trend line, it worked out like magic. We couldn't have asked for better profit and how quick the profits came. But now what are we going to do here? So it's tough to say, will we get continuation? Could the 4 morph into some? So like it's in a tough area. I don't see a buyable area here, but I do think you'll get a 5th wave. UVIX should be making a little more upside, I think. UVIX was another day trade opportunity today for scalpers on the VIX, right? It did the same kind of thing for your day trader, and I gave this buy on my live stream last night, and those who took it got the scalp, right? Because I gave this setup here in this 3-wave move, and it went vertical. So there's your scalp, and then it made a new high. So once it made a new high and it pulled back, then there was a new buy area on the 5-minute chart, which it hit exactly, and then it went vertical again. And now it's trying to figure out what this pattern is going to be. Is this going to be like a 1-2 and then a 1-2 3-4 5, and we pull back to 471 and then launch? Or are we just going to launch? Like, I don't know where we go from here. because I don't. You could label this a lot of different ways. So good luck with the UVIX trading it. But I think the UVIX should trade in this shaded area eventually, no matter how we get there. If we want to pull back deep, there could be a buy at 471. Now there's another possibility that this is 3 and maybe this isn't labeled right and it's 3 and it's an A, B, and with C and we come all the way back down to 430. That would be a huge opportunity to go long if that happens. But would I just go buy it here? It's too late. You should have bought it here. And then if you bought it here, you could just hold with very little like loss, so. I will go through big cap tech in a minute. All right, Eddie, let's go into your stocks here. KT, let's take a look at KT. So it's trying to top out in this 2-wave. If you look here, there's your 3. You've made a 5th wave up. So this looks like 5. So I would be careful shorting it now. Let's see here. So we did have a 5 up here. So we were looking for a bigger correction. I bet we won't get that. So now I would be looking for something like this. So a pullback is coming, but I'll be looking for this to break out because we made that 5th wave and negated the bearish case. So it should pull back, and then it's probably a viable opportunity for a big move out of this pattern. DEHI is in the sell area. It could end at any moment. Look at the bearish divergences here. So this is like a huge warning sign to long positions that this could drop at any moment in a spectacular manner. But when exactly is anyone's guess. Does it have earnings coming up? Well, no, not for a while. All right, so I don't know. Good luck on that, VGZ. Looking for this move up. It's been giving it to us. 1, 2, 1, 2. It broke the high. So yeah, this is a very bullish setup here. 1, 2, 1, 2 setup. Oh, it's a gold miner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, this shorter time frame is tricky because it could be this. And then it pulls back to 47 and out. I could label it wrong. It could still be in 2 and pull back. Or it could be the most bullish, 1, 2, 1, 2, and it just launches. So too many possibilities. I just like to buy it as long as it's above 29.7. The dips are buyable. But how it plays out is anyone's guess. But I believe it will play out. Okay, let's just keep going through some of the questions. Yeah, Kava is going crazy high. It makes no sense. But Kava, I'll give you the thought of the average Joe investor. Someone I know eats at Kava like twice a day, literally. They're well-to-do. They're a doctor, wealthy, healthy, health nut, ultra marathon nut. This person swears Kava is the best thing that's ever happened. Like says Chipotle is like trailer trash compared to Kava. I didn't know what Kava was until I talked to this that's how much they believe in it. And so they bought it at $30, and like a good part of their stack is in it because they believe in it and their friends eat there. Everyone's like health nut loves it. It's like worshipped. I'm just saying, guys. When we were crashing the other day, I called this person up. I'm like, hey, you selling your stocks when the VIX was 60? This person's like, oh, no, I'm not selling nothing. Like you're not going to sell Kava. It's like up so much. No, no, I'm holding that. It's going high. So the mindset of the average Joe investor is they're nowhere close to selling this thing. So this thing could pump God knows how high. I'm sure there's a price he would sell it at, but whatever it is, it's probably not in the hundreds of his shares. So I don't know how high it's going to go. I think it's in a mania blow off. Like it could be in a Tilray pump. If you guys remember Tilray, it traded like $350 once in a manic pump. I don't know. Kava could do something crazy, man. So I think it's just one of those ones that is just going to be a mania. And there's people that just I mean, I don't know if it's that good. I got to go find one and eat there to see how good it is. But there's people that say it's like it makes Chipotle look like junk. Like they'll never go to Chipotle again. They're going there now. So good. So that's all I'm saying, guys. So I don't know. Again, why it's so special? I guess it's healthy Greek food or something, or Mediterranean food. But Kava is in a mania phase. It's in a mania phase. It's gonna just use your imagination. I won't even chart it. It's just gonna go as high as it's going until someone like I just mentioned is like, oh my God, I got better sell it, and that's when it's probably over. So, all right, guys. Tomorrow, what's higher? It depends. If you get this wave 4 tomorrow, then the market's going to be up on Powell's speech. It's going to be a good day for the markets. If we get this 4 and 5, it'll be up. But there's no guarantees. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not buying it here. Hell no. But I'm showing you this is where it should bounce if it's a wave 4. If it's a wave 3 and this is peak, this will accelerate and blow through it in a panic. So we'll probably know tomorrow how this plays out, is what I'm thinking. So maybe it lasts until the NVIDIA earnings. Maybe NVIDIA earnings, we have to wait. We'll see. DJT, I saw it bottom out. It reversed. I want to see a little more downside. The divergence isn't erased on that. So it's just not time for me to buy DJT yet, but it was tempting a few days ago before the Kennedy partnership. I was kind of shooting myself. I was going to buy that, and then I said, "Oh man!" But the chart just didn't look good. What's the yen doing? I heard a lot of news came out of Japan today. Someone posted, so maybe that's why it's moving. Okay, so this is ugly. We could still be an X. This could be like some kind of triangle. Like we don't know. This is like stuck. It's not trending in my mind yet. But once it does and we break this low, then it's definitely game over for in a yen carry trade. Like crap will come back into the fold. Yeah, so let's kind of keep looking at things here. All right, got a few more super chats. LPSN, let's look at that. So clearly, so we had this 4. So we were off by a swing. That's why it's hard to time the 4s and the 5s. And but now that we have confirmation of 5 off the low, we know we have a bottom. So now it's a buyable dip. This is buyable now. Okay. So now it's buyable. So we could get more aggressive buying it. And it's a lot safer. So I'll show you a buy setup on this live person. There is a buy setup here at 113, 103 in this area for potential wave 3 breakout to the upside. It's pretty classic impulse, right? Elliott wave impulse for 1, a 2, and then you come out. So good luck on that. Next, costs. That's that meme, another meme coin or something, meme stock. The only thing that shows to me the market may not make that 5th wave up is the VIX didn't complete its cycle today. It looks like the VIX still has a little more upside. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Let me find it here, costs. There it is. Yeah, we said it finished a major cycle W. We're in an X wave connector, very sideways action, very hard to predict, but I'll just give you my best guess. Something I would not want to trade myself. That looks like 3 up, which is typical of a connector. Okay, and now it looks like 3 down, right? 3 down, and you erase divergence of some kind. So now you would assume it would make 3 waves up, right? So it should be bullish over 655 in 3 waves. It looks like how it plays out is anyone's guess. I mean, if you're really lucky, it does this. It does something like that. But it could be sideways and go. So there's too many possibilities. It's in an area that it's like the Wild West of day trading. I mean, I wouldn't try to day trade this at all, but that looks like 5 up. So it does look like there's more upside on the shorter cycle coming once this B is finished. So at some point this will finish and you should get another push higher, and if you're lucky it'll be a super pump. Okay, that's what it looks like to me. SQQ, what is the difference between a call on the SQQ and a put on the TQQ, which is a better bearish instrument in your opinion? So I don't trade calls and puts, so I'm not your person to ask that question. So what I would say that they're the opposite trade, essentially. They're like, they literally go in the opposite direction almost exactly. So if you want to bet the market's going down, you would buy the SQQ. So we did get that reversal today. The SQQ, I was looking for one more swing higher. So SQQ is bullish above this low at 772. So the SQQ is bullish above 772. As long as it's above 772, more upside should be expected. But once you break that, then it's probably 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you get a pullback, but then it's pretty much game over, and we'll probably break this low again. So bears really need to defend this. So the SQQ is a buy. It was really oversold significantly, and it's now reversing. So the question is, are you going to get this big move, or are you going to get another low? We just don't know. All right, good luck on that. All right, Mitso, ZM. Hey guys, I don't know if you noticed, but the stay-at-home stocks were all moving today. Peloton, Zoom. The media didn't connect the dots. Why would those stocks be moving? Is it monkeypox? Is it COVID reemergent? There's something. The market is telling you something, guys. The vaccine stocks are making 5 waves. Why are the stay-at-home stocks moving? Just saying. Just keep an eye on that. Don't think the monkeypox is a nothing burger. I am telling you guys, people don't want that shit all over their body, whether it's deadly or not. They're going to self-quarantine. They're not going to want to go out if that shit is spreading around the winter in the school system and stuff. Even if they're like, no, go to school, go spend money, keep the economy going. God, I need to win the election. Please get out there and spend. People are going to say, screw that. I'm not getting that shit. I'm staying home. That's what's going to happen, guys. I mean, that's what shit's going to happen. No one's going to want this shit on themselves. So Zoom pumped, and I would be careful shorting it, honestly, given the count. But here it is. This is the count we've been going with, by the way. So if Zoom can come back over 76, then it's in a big connector wave in a 3-wave move, and it's going to be a different looking corrective structure. I'll probably put the 5 there, and we're going to be in this big connector that's going to come up, and then C is going to go as high as your imagination can take it. So that's the possibility. Okay, that's the possibility. That's the possibility that could happen. All right. So just keep that in mind if you're trading it. Just watch the stay-at-home stocks, because there's something I saw today. When I see Zoom and Peloton pumping the same day, I don't care what they're earned. The media is always going to say it's their earnings. I think there's something else going on. I think investors, smart money, are hedging their bets, and they're like, okay, what worked during the last stay-at-home situation? These stocks worked. They're pretty damn cheap. Let's just keep a couple of those handy, and just in case. You know, maybe I need to buy Teladoc, right? That's another one. Should I buy Teladoc? It's trading $7 right now. Why not? Maybe it'll pump. You know, I don't know. And people were like, oh, you're crazy about the vaccine shit, you know? And then 24 hours later, all the vaccine stocks went up 60 to 80%. So don't say I'm crazy, guys. I'm just telling you how the mindset of the market is thinking about things right now. And I follow a lot of MDs, and this monkeypox stuff's popping up more and more. It's popping up more and more. It's just saying. So good luck. All right. My X account is Elliott Wave Sage, so you'll find me there. Very easy. Let's go through the Mag 7 real quick. Oh, I need to do CLMT. CLMT. I was looking at that today. CLMT. Where is it? All right. Just missed our buy area by a few pennies here, and then went vertical. So it's obviously about to go into the explosion of wave 3, right? I mean, it's not. This chart played out perfectly, guys. Like, look, and we had the buy area. You know, it was a little short of it, but close enough. Now you're in wave 3, so you got a big move coming. You got a big move coming. Just hold on tight. Okay, good luck on that. That's an easy chart. There's nothing to label. It's just exactly what I have here. Wave 3 is coming. The only other bearish situation is it pulls back, but that would be a buyable dip. Short China is more crowded. Yeah, I was looking at China. Okay, I was looking at China. One, the Trump trade hates China because Trump wants to put tariffs on China. So just if he starts winning again, getting momentum, just be careful. So here's the so we're in a connector wave. This is over. We're in a connector wave. Now this connector wave can break this high. If we break this high, the connector wave is going to squeeze. Yeah, and there'll be a big short squeeze, but it will fail at some point. If we can't break this high, the connector wave is done here. We just don't know. So the way to trade China is simple. Wait, break this high, and once you break this high, then on any pullback, if you get a pullback, go long, and then ride the squeeze. As simple as that. But buying here is kind of like guessing. So good luck. Good luck on that. All right, guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I do want to go through the Mag 7 or the big cap. Let's just see how they're doing. They're creating a lot of important pivots here. So Apple, as you know, is turned down. So as long as it's below 228, 229, more downside. If we make another high, this is negated, and the wave 2 is here. And yeah, this is going to see a lot more upside. Just the way it goes. Amazon's tricky. This actually looks like 5 waves up to me, but maybe I could force 3 waves with X here. I just don't like trading it anymore. We did get a little bit of a scalp here, but it erased divergence, and we did expect another swing lower. So I would just not chase Amazon in this area. There is a possibility it's something like this as well for a bigger move. So it's just it's kind of guessing. There's really no clue to tell you that's the case. Google, Looks like that wave 2 came in, perfect wave 2 setup, and we should be breaking down. Facebook, again, in a B wave, looks like a real messy connector wave that should be turning down below 545 now for one more swing down. Now, if we could push higher, then it's negated, right? It's negated. But that's why it's important. The market's at an important moment for the bulls and bears, man. Netflix, looking for this turn lower. Looks like it started to do that. Tesla, of course, got rejected on the trend line and is starting its journey down. And why? AMD did get, looks like its 2 is in, gets rejected. Now, if it can make another high, this would be 5 waves up. And then wave 2 is going to be more complicated, like an A, B, C or something. Or this will be a different corrective pattern. It ultimately will still come down here. We just don't know how it will get there, but this is the more classical way. So again, I'm just telling you what you guys already know. Microsoft hit the short area, got rejected. It's turning down. NVIDIA, well extended, should make another swing lower down to $80. If NVIDIA makes one more high, then that could be this wave 5 finish in and then a major sell-off. Maybe even a multi-year consolidation sell-off once this 5 is in. But it seems too short. It seems like it wants more downside. All right, that's how I look at that. All right. So appreciate it, guys. Yeah, the bears are bulls. Yeah, I don't know who's praying. I would say right now, it just depends on whether you took profit or not, right? Who's praying? If you're a bull and didn't take profit on this run, then you put a lot on the line looking at where the VIX is, because if this is a more bearish chart, you're going to get wiped out in a big candle, which I know seems unthinkable at the moment, but maybe it can happen. Now, if you're a bear, right, you're sweating because you make that 5th wave and then the bear case is over only for the short term, because once this 5 is finished, then even the bull case is essentially coming to an end. So I think you know, this was really a very big counter trend rally that didn't make a new high, is failing, and now the market has to decide what is going to happen. And we can't predict the future. We just trade the opportunities that present themselves. And that's all you can do. That's all you can do. If we do get this big dump that surprises and shocks the market, then this is very viable. This will be very viable in this area. If it's not, if they don't get it, and we get this 5, well then at some point this 5 will end in a catastrophe for the market in some fashion. We just don't know how it will end. And guys, watch the VIX. The VIX is the key, I think, to what's going on with the yen as well. Yen and VIX is the key. The VIX look like it's not finished this move yet. It needs to come up here. Then I'd be more concerned if you're a bear. But if the VIX can make it back above this trend line, a break above 22, then it could go vertical. It could easily see the 3640 area very easily. And then, of course, if you dream bear, you goes higher. But good luck with the trade tomorrow. Jackson Hole, big day for Powell. And then NVIDIA earnings next week. Big market movement events. And then we'll see.